All right, it looks like our live streams are up. Hello, Roberto.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. Very well. Thank you.
Did you get my photos?
Received your four photos, yes?
Sorry about that.
Hi, how are you? Very well. Very well. Thank you.
Let's
Did you
see.
get
I'm
my
hearing, I think
photos?
someone needs to
So,
mute or
for
turn down
photos, yeah.
their the
Sorry
volume on
about
their
that.
device.
Hi, how are you? Very well.
That might be you, Phyllis. There we go. Okay. Hello, Bob. And we're just let's wait for Melinda. Let's give her a minute and then we'll get started. Steve won't be joining us tonight. He has a prior engagement. While we're waiting, let me share my screen here. Oh, here's Jay. Welcome, Jay.
No.
Okay, I think this is the one I want to share. That's it. Yes. All right. I have one announcement. Before I make that announcement, let me put our links in the chat. Although I think everyone here already has these links. My one announcement before we start the slideshow is just a reminder that our next live event is a screening of the 3D cult classic Robot Monster.
A
This will
reminder
be at
that our
the
next
Internet Archive the night before Halloween. That's
3D
Thursday, October 30th.
robot monster. A reminder
Phyllis,
that our
could you
next
turn the sound down on your?
Actually, you are double for some reason.
Right. I think we're
Even
picking
when
up
I had it muted, you were still double.
Okay. If everyone could please just turn the sound down on their TV or device, I think that'll solve the problem. Sounds much better now. Thank you. So I hope to see you there. If not, it's okay. We will be showing a brief slideshow of our photos preceding the film. But this is really just more of a kind of a fun event. Uh, Before we start the slideshow, does anyone have anything they would like to share? Gosh, I really want Melinda to. Oh, here she is. Perfect timing.
I did get out to Tron Ares, or as I'm going to refer to it, Tron Ares. Whoa. And disappointed to see that it was a conversion. The previous film was shot native. Fun enough. Dumb as rocks, but pretty.
Original 3D, though.
Sorry?
The sign says in original 3D.
I was talking about Tron Ares.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the screen share is a little stale. Welcome, Melinda. Yes, as you know, Robot Monster will be playing at the Internet Archive on Thursday, October 30th. If you could make it, we'd love to see you there.
I have a table tennis club night that night, but we'll see.
I totally understand. No obligation. Let's go ahead and get started with our slideshow. This is the special division, and it's a creative topic. Anything goes, and we'll start with one by Phyllis, and the title is "Caught in the Web." Phyllis, tell us what we're looking at here.
This is Chihuly glass ceiling manipulated with a stereo photomaker. Kind of a different reality. You can kind of see all kinds of things in there. You let your imagination go.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Altered reality. Yeah, I know you've shown us similar work to this before. Are these from
Yes, I am a very big fan of his. I actually spent time with him and got to photograph some of his stuff years ago that in his home that he normally doesn't let people do. So
Oh, wow. Well, very nice. It looks like you're using the mirror effect in
yes,
Stereo Photomaker.
yes.
Very nice. All right. Well, thank you, Phyllis.
Thank you.
Melinda, you're up next. We have confused trees.
Yeah, so anybody want to guess what they're confused about?
Go in different directions.
Waiting for the YouTube
True.
to catch up here.
The inclination of the street, I believe.
Very good. Which were and what is going on?
Looks like
The back one is the right one.
I
I'm
love
sorry?
the
Oh,
rocks.
the back one is the right one. Yes, correct. So the back one shows which direction is up. So I just kept my camera horizontal to the sidewalk rather than the trees. This is what else is interesting? This is actually a street, believe it or not, but of course they've completely sort of paved it with these stones. I think they're all cemented in pretty permanently. This is adjacent to a Frank Lloyd Wright building in the Pacific Heights neighborhood. And
Did you say those rocks are permanent?
I think so. Yeah, I think they're sort of cemented
Because
into
they're
place.
really interestingly placed in there. It's not random.
No, not random at all. I
It's very
think it was probably meant to make it possible to cement them into place, against gravity, because the road there is quite steep. So this was probably the best they could do.
it's amazing.
And yeah, it's very pretty too. And I don't know if that was part of what Frank Lloyd Wright intended for it, as part of the design.
I would imagine that there's been some displacement due to the tree and its root system over the years.
That's my guess too. Yeah, might have been moving, but by now it's almost horizontal, but it's still holding itself in there, and the weight of those stones is probably helping.
Well, displacement beneath the stones, you can see where the roots are, where there are irregularities in the placement of the stones.
Right. So I have no idea what the arrangement was originally, but yeah, maybe over time it's been moving, and they've been slowly fixing these as they go. It's all pretty interesting, and a nice little bit of trivia too. The sidewalk uphill from here to the right in this photo, if you go up a little bit, the sidewalk widens out, and it is like officially a street at that point. And that's important because it's also like some argue it's officially the steepest street in the world, or the steepest street in San Francisco. And every once in a while people try riding bicycles up it, which is virtually impossible. Anyway, and this was right about at sunset. There's the last rays of direct light are sort of coming in from the the left. The building is behind me, and somehow the light is sneaking through it.
Very clever.
So yeah, a little optical illusion or something.
Yeah, well done.
Thanks.
Do you photograph in this area often?
Oh yes, I take walks in all kinds of different directions, and this is one of the places where I've been many times. A long time ago, I used to see the owner of the house. He was a pretty old guy at the time, and we would talk sometimes. He was very nice, but then he died. Um, but nothing has really changed about the house. I don't know if the relatives are living there, if they sold it or anything. I don't recall seeing any sale signs or anything like that. So I think it's still in the family. And there's a lot of beautiful and some famous houses around there too. There's the Mrs. Doubtfire house, family of 5 was shot there. Bunch of celebrities lived around there. I think Nicolas Cage and what's her name that did all the romance novels?
Danielle
Lived up
Steele.
there. Danielle Steele.
Yeah.
That sounds right. And
I never read her books, but I know she lived up there.
yeah, me neither. But very popular. And Robin Williams lived up there for a while too. In fact, I saw him a couple of times in my neighborhood. Lots of beautiful stuff in every direction.
All right. Well, thank you, Melinda.
Thank you.
I would saw Robin Williams and Billy Crystal at the Kabuki Theater at the concession stand.
Wow, that's a great story. What was the movie?
I don't remember. Didn't leave much of an impression. All right.
Great story.
Thank you, Belinda. Yeah. Well, I didn't talk to them or anything.
Yeah. That's
Oleg,
nice.
you're up next. Oleg, the title is Blue Pedestrian Crossing Sign.
Yeah, I don't have a creative bone in my body, so I just make small changes to existing pictures. In this one, can anyone tell what I did?
Give me a moment.
Anyway, what happened
Not
was,
the actual sign?
yeah, the sign, it was pointing the other way
Uh-huh.
off the screen, so I put it so it goes toward the middle of the picture.
Oh,
Yeah, I was looking for like clone artifacts or retinal rivalry or something like that, but you did it very well.
So what you're saying is we're all handicapped.
there's nobody in a wheelchair in there.
I heard that one of the words they have for us is the temporarily abled.
That's good.
Temporarily, indeed. Well, there is a woman in blue sitting below the sign, sort of emulating that position.
Yeah.
Oleg, this was at the Solano Stroll?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think all of my pictures, there's this time Solono's scroll.
All right. Well, your lack of creativity is debatable, Oleg. This is, after all, a photography club.
Yeah, well, the thing about I would love to be a painter, but I don't have the hands for it. So it's photography, all you have to do is push a button.
But you do need to have an eye for it. And you do have that eye.
And not too many people paint in 3D either. I mean, I know that stereo imagery is important to Oleg.
Yeah, well, I have seen stereo paintings, but I don't think they're very common.
Dali did some
Oh, really?
during the
I don't know
museum
that.
in Florida.
Yeah, I know I've seen some exhibited at a 3D con many years ago. I don't remember the artist.
It certainly could be a niche, but I definitely will join you in arguing against Oleg's self-assessment. He's one of our most creative and prolific artists.
I agree. Well, thank you, Oleg. Welcome, Lee. See, you just came in. Let's move on. We have one by Bob Bloomberg. Bob, I did get your update.
Thank you, Oleg.
And let's see. Here we go.
There.
Bit of a delay there. The title is Checking In. Bob,
Should have two N's in.
Yeah.
Did they call it a Hilton Inn? I don't want to get
I
sued.
don't know. That's a good point.
Now this was I forget what 3D con it was, but there was this was a statue that was or a space mannequin that was on the street being held up by a pole. Took the pole out and added the hotel. Looked like he should be checking in there.
Very
It's a
large
wonderful addition.
Checking in or checking out?
I don't know. He seems to have lost his keys trying to chase it.
Very
So did
large,
you put
large
the
key.
reflection in his helmet?
Yeah, you caught that, huh? Actually, if you could enlarge the helmet, you might be able to see where I was, but I didn't bother to change that.
Yes, Tor was saying, I think the key, given its size, needs to be
his head.
Yeah, and out in front of the window a bit more so that its scale fits.
Well, you don't really know how far it is, right? It could be a very large key.
And I think that's what
For
I
all we
see.
know.
That's what
I said. Yeah.
That's what Tor sees. I don't know where he would keep it in that spacesuit. Doesn't have very big pockets.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
I might have adjusted if it were, I think by the time I did some of the corrections on this, the key was on the same layer as the background. So it was more work than I wanted to or could get into today. So.
Oh, sure. It is coming through the window. And you...
Yeah, I'm not sure how you can tell what size it is because you don't know how far out it is. I didn't want to make it too far out through the window.
Well, it said about the same plane as the astronaut, so it's about the keychain's about 1.5 foot across, I'd say.
That's true. You're right. Busted.
You can get away with
Unless
it
it's
in
a very
2D.
small astronaut.
No, I can go back and fix that.
The key's coming out the window for me.
Yeah.
No, it's coming out, but I see what you're talking about because the tag is at the same plane as his helmet, so that would indicate it was a very, very large key.
And a good portion of the astronaut is through the window also.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't change the size. I think it looks fine. I think if you tried to make it realistic, then it would just be, the key would be right in
I
your
think it's
face.
very fun.
I'll wait for someone to go to the Lunar Hilton and take a photograph to prove me wrong. So
Maybe they
I
need
think
to be
they're-
that large on the moon. All right. Thanks, Bob.
sure.
Roberto, you're coming up next. The title of your first photo is Envy.
Yes, well, here in Mexico's in all the country, we are celebrating close to the Day of the Dead and Dia de los Muertos here in Mexico. So this weekend we had a photo shoot in downtown, and there were many women wearing makeup, like Catrinas, the character of this day of the Day of the Dead, and they were posing for all of us. So it was a really big event. This was in front of a really big museum here in Mexico City. And well, I was taking this photo, and it was funny because the way that the girl that is looking, the other girl that is posing, it's like being envying of her makeup, of her costume using. So I like it. I have it in color, but I like it more in black and white.
Is this from a video?
No, this is I use here my QX1s. My camera is more professional, and I use lenses. It was 30 millimeters. It was an aperture of 1.4, so it had this bokeh in the background.
Yeah. I was just noticing a synchronization with the legs of the bystanders.
Yeah, the legs. I don't know why it looks a little bit funny, but well.
Roberto, Dia de los Muertos is such a colorful holiday. Have you considered just leaving the color on her costume and leaving the rest in black and white?
Well, yes, it could be a really good suggestion for that. Thank you.
Sure.
Great.
Great subject.
I'm guessing you were the only stereo photographer at this event, Roberto.
Yes, actually, I brought with me my other samples, and well, you will see another another theme here in today's meeting, and in that I meet the person that are the owners of the cars that I shoot, and they were impressed of the 3D photos, so they are asking me to take photos of their collection. They have like 120 cars of like this. You will see later
Oh,
tonight.
fantastic. Are you going to present these, or do they have a way to see them in stereo?
No, actually, I brought with me the like an old vision. Well, it's a cartoon. It's like a cardboard visor that I use. But with that, they like the presentation. So in a big screen, I don't have anything to show.
Is that
You could have
the
them put on a
Viewmaster?
reel and do a Viewmaster reel with it.
Yes. Actually, I have also my Viewmaster, the one that uses a phone as a display method, and they like it a lot. But the problem with that is that the point of view is so wide. It makes everything like too big. Like it makes everything really close, so it doesn't work like as good as the cardboard visor that I have.
Sure.
Did
that's-
I hear right? Is Viewmaster electronic?
Yes, it's a Viewmaster. Well, the brand is Viewmaster from Mattel, but it uses a cell phone, an iPhone, as a display method instead of a disc. But the view, it's too wide, the point of view. It's like an Oculus. It's too wide, so the zoom on the photo is too large, so everything it's too big. So with the DJIs, it works better because the lens is too wide, so everything feels correct. But with this lens, it's 30 millimeters. It's an APS-C, so it's equivalent to the 45, 50 millimeters. So it's too close, and everything is too big.
Roberto, you showed us your Viewmaster viewer
Yes, I have it here.
last week.
Yep.
And
Here.
it's essentially like, as you said, a Google Cardboard type VR headset, and you insert
Yes,
your
here it is, the cell phone.
smartphone.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah. And so on your phone, you're looking at side-by-side JPEGs, viewing them through this thing, and that gives you the stereo view. Is that right?
That's right.
And this Viewmaster VR was a product that Mattel put out 10 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was kind of when Google Cardboard was popular. Companies were exploring these like 3D viewers and VR viewers. You're the only person I know, Roberto, who has one of those. Kind of came and went. I'm so glad that it's got a life.
Yes.
Life
I use it
after discontinuation.
It's nice that it's simple enough to remain compatible with modern phones.
Actually, that there's a problem with this visor. The problem is that it doesn't admit to be the phones that this is. I use on a really old iPhone.
Okay.
But the new ones, it's really too big, so it doesn't fit in the visor.
Yeah, I have a Hasbro My 3D viewer, which is kind of a similar viewing device. It came out maybe about the same time, a little bit earlier, but it's for phones that are smaller than are available now. So a new phone just won't fit in the device.
Yes, phones right now are really big.
Yeah. I'll put a link to the My 3D viewer. It's just a plastic holder for a phone. If only it were a little bigger, it would still be practical. And Lee, I see your comment.
Okay.
Glad you're
Yes, that is a problem. I'm fighting it.
all right. Well, just enjoy the slideshow.
Yes.
So anyway, I was pulling out some of the VR headsets that I haven't used in ages, and this one was on the shelf.
Wow. Yes, it's the same concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like, I thought it was the same one. It says Sytros, Sytros.
Yes, for Android there were a lot, and the Google Cardboard is the same concept.
Yeah, I have the Google Cardboard, but this one, yeah.
Yeah, same concept. Yep. Clip your phone in it and view side-by-side photos, or presumably video too.
Yes, I use it for video a lot, and for photos I have to reduce the size a lot, so it feels like right for the viewer.
Well, thank you, Roberto.
Thank you.
Our next photo is by Phyllis. And the title is Intertidal Fan Dance.
Oh. Yes, this is another one. I think it might be pseudo though.
It is.
Can you switch it?
I can, yes. Let me.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake. This is correct. Sorry about that. I always look at them cross-eyed and sometimes I forget to change them. Several years ago, I did a show with Dale, using Dale Chihuly, and he generously allowed me to use a lot of, to go down and do an interview of him and so forth. And he was very generous in sharing his time with me. He's a very, very, very generous, wonderful guy. A lot of people don't have good things to say about him, but that's because they don't know him. So.
Was the interview for an article or a presentation?
No,
or
actually, I was
just...
doing a show, a 3D show. I think it was for Atlanta on innovators in the Northwest, and he was one of the innovators. He actually started the art glass movement in the Northwest. And that's a really big deal because now glass art is everywhere, and it is. He had people coming from Europe who were the people who everybody thought were the best glass blowers in the world coming out to his school. So
wow.
Anyway, I absolutely love his colors and the shapes.
His health now.
I'm sorry?
Phyllis, do you know
I
how
didn't hear that,
health
Lee.
is now? Do you know how his health is
As far as I
now?
know, it's okay. It was very interesting because he had an accident early on and is blind in one eye, but he can see in 3D, which is why he can create all these wonderful things. And we had a long discussion about it, but he could see in 3D before, and his brain remembered how to see in 3D. So he actually considers himself as seeing things in 3D.
Fascinating.
Does he use like wigglegrams or anything like that?
I'm sorry.
I can imagine wigglegrams. There are ways that you can see 3D with one eye using motion.
For him, it's all in his brain. That's very interesting. See him talk about it.
Oleg, how is your vision nowadays?
Not good. I left eyes. I'm legally blind in my left eye,
Legally blind,
but it doesn't seem to affect my 3D vision.
Interesting.
There's enough clue coming in on that left eye that my right eye is sharp.
Well, the stereo vision is a real mystery. Phyllis, I know you have a hard stop at 8. I've tried to, I've grouped your last 2 photos, so sit tight. We'll get you out of here on time.
Awesome,
before
thank you.
Have it, before it's too late. Yeah, beautiful. What a great subject. Thank you, Phyllis.
Can I give a shout out?
Yes.
Congratulations to Lee on your award. That's really wonderful.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Quite a lot of people helped me, and I am very appreciative of all my friends in 3D.
Well, you do fabulous imagery, so you deserve it.
Well, Lee, what's
Thank
the award?
It's a Lifetime Achievement Award for those that don't know.
Oh, congratulations.
Let me tell you something. I am supposed to get a number of the extra booklets that were given to everyone at the PSA conference. And if it satisfies everyone, I'll make sure I have Matt's address and send him several, and then you can fight over them that way.
Sure.
I would love one.
Oh, thank you.
Lee, let me send you my address right now. I'll do it in a private chat.
Okay, thank you. I may already have it, but
Yeah. There you go.
That's very nice.
sure thing.
Congratulations, Lee.
Thanks again.
All right. Thank you, Phyllis. Let's move on. I think our next one is by Melinda. Yeah, the title is Evening Abstract.
Fun.
Yeah, so anybody want to guess the subject?
Lights.
Street lights.
Definitely. Lights, for sure.
Christmas
Street lights.
Christmas decoration.
Christmas decorations, very good. And then there's a car's taillights in on the left. So this is somebody's yard. And yeah, it was just an experiment that I did quite a while ago. In this case, I was just shaking the camera up and down while I took the picture. And
How long is your exposure?
pretty short. No more than 1/100th of a second.
Really
This one
fun.
works better for me in pseudo. I don't know about the rest of you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, you know
having
what?
trouble on my loom pad. It's coming way
Oh, it might have been switched.
through the window.
Yeah. I
Oh,
just
yeah,
forgot
did
to
you
Oh,
switch
that's right. We're
back?
still swapped, aren't we?
Yeah.
It'll
Good
pop
point.
back in a minute. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's better.
No problem. I'm glad you figured it out because
Yeah, we definitely want to
I'm
do
looking
this
at it
correctly.
locally. Hmm? So
There,
yeah,
let me
and
see.
the lights aren't perfectly timed. Some of the little strings were a little longer in one eye than the other, so I had to clone out a couple of
But your
things like
brain
that.
kind of works with that. Kind of gives it more motion.
Yeah, I don't know. I find it a little bit annoying. I mean, it can be used very creatively, and I think you can see some details like that pretty much in the exact center. Some of those bright lights in the center are not very well matched in both eyes, so that kind of bothers me a little. So I fixed what I could.
Maybe this could fit the next month theme, action.
Yeah, we do an action theme once in a while. I don't know if we have any coming up.
Yeah, I think next month.
Next month.
Yeah.
That's next month?
Let me
Did you say
confirm
next
that.
month,
Yeah.
Matt?
Let me
Oh, cool.
confirm that, but yes. Yeah, this one is very energetic. There's definitely some action in it. Yeah, our November special is action. Capture motion in stereo.
Cool. Well, I've still got a couple of related images, and maybe I'll try some more as well for next month.
Yeah, please do. I would say this counts as both a creative and an action. It's interesting, those two red lights, which I presume are from a car. It looks like you were shaking the camera up and down, perhaps. You've got an interesting kind of vertical light streak there that I wouldn't expect.
Yeah, I'm mostly shaking it up and down.
Did you run this through Stereo Photomaker?
Maybe not, because I took it with my hydrogen one, so it keeps the images pretty well registered.
I feel that the synchronization between both cameras is like a little bit off because the lights are making like a U figure, and the left one is like not complete the arch. It's I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how much is the camera and how much is the lights. But like if you look at the car's tail lights, they look pretty solid.
It seems like a longer exposure in the right eye than the left.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, the exposure is the same, but maybe one is like cut the action before the other.
Oh yeah, I guess that is pretty consistent, isn't it? Like in
Because
the lower right, it's all those arcs are
the
just
bottoms of the arcs are all starting at the same point. It's the tops of the arcs where there's a curve in the right eye, but not in the left. So it seems like the right eye was open longer.
yeah, that makes sense. I wonder why the tail lights worked so perfectly, but
Well, the taillights have a hook on the right eye as well.
oh.
Yeah, the left eye, they're more
Well,
vertical, and the right eye, they...
Oh, I didn't know. Oh,
flip
that's
over.
right. So why does it? Oh, yeah, it's an interesting illusion. They in stereo they look perfect to me, but now when I look at each one, yeah, you're absolutely right. The left is missing the hooks. So yeah, it's all to do with the camera.
Yeah, that tells us something about how the camera operates too. Does this mean that it has separate? Well, it wouldn't have a mechanical shutter. It does reveal something about the camera's operation also.
Maybe processing the images.
Yeah, it could be blocked while sending each image sequentially to memory or something like that, and they figured that was fast enough. But there are obviously cases where that's not true.
Yeah, you might have just been or moving the camera faster than the data transfer or something. Well, it's a creative and energetic effect. Thank you, Melinda.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to one by Oleg. The title is Floating Miniature Room at a Sausalito Shop.
Yeah, this is a straight photo, but to me it seemed kind of weird because you get used to the scale of the room there, and the backdrop is almost like it's outdoors.
Now, you couldn't have taken this with your normal wide 6-inch separation camera rig, right?
Right. This was taken with probably a W3.
Okay.
Somebody sure went to a lot of work making that. It's
Yeah.
pretty incredible.
Yeah, to me, the shelf that it sits on is like the level of a high rise. This would be an apartment on that floor.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a straight photo. It was like that. It's just a cropping that makes it look strange.
Yeah, you need to make a double take to really grasp what's going on here. Thanks, Oleg.
Thank you.
Next is by Bob. The title is Night of the Living Deb.
I like the butterflies coming off of her shirt.
Yeah, this is one of the very first of its kind that I took. This was originally shot on infrared film.
Yeah.
And then I scanned it, and I think I had maybe one of the first iterations of Photoshop or something. I mean, I almost think back that I cut it out physically by hand and moved those butterflies around, but I'm pretty sure it was computer.
I think I saw the movie by that name.
I'm sorry. I missed that.
Movie by that name.
I think I saw
it's
the
a-
movie by that name.
It's a
Close,
pun.
close to it. Dead, probably not Deb, but that's
Oh, yes.
that's Cynthia Morton, and that was, I think that was shot at the Miami or the Atlanta 3D Con.
I thought she looked familiar.
Yeah,
She was great. I miss her.
It's been a
She-
long time since I've seen her.
yeah.
Too long.
But she had that great hat, and I think it had oranges on it, so I used that as a jumping off point, so to speak.
Literally.
Yeah, and that was her dress with all the butterflies on it, so I just
Very clever.
expanded.
And the two large butterflies, is that the same element flopped?
Yeah, exactly.
Nicely done.
Yeah, they're very well integrated too. Everything is in the right plane, in the right space in stereo here.
And I liked her expression.
Was Deb also photographed on film?
Oh yeah, all of this was
Wow.
photographed on film originally.
So you
That it was a macro of a butterfly that I shot, and then the original photo, minus all the movement of the butterflies on her dress, but that's all one shot in infrared. So all of the color is through the infrared, not any manipulation in Photoshop.
I see. Bob, I'm curious, do you remember
Except the
what-
oranges, yeah.
Yeah, the oranges. Do you remember what the resolution of the file that you worked on was in Photoshop?
I don't. But if it was back as far as I think it was, those days when you took an hour to load 5 gigs or 5 megabytes on your computer. So
Right.
it was a slow process. I remember that. But it couldn't have been too large. I mean, the cameras I had, but
I think her mother, Marilyn, told me that she
Oh, yeah.
is married, lives in Europe, I believe now.
oh, really? Okay, yeah. I haven't talked to her in years, so.
Yeah, great sharpness and detail in this as well, considering the source.
Well, I did run the final one through Topaz to get a little sharpening on that,
Yeah,
and
looks-
had it select the face and sharpen that up.
Oh, it did a great job. Great tool. Well, thanks, Bob. Very nice.
Sure.
Okay, the next photo is by Roberto. There it is. The title is Heritage.
I don't see the.
Yeah, the stream hasn't updated.
It should
Yeah.
pop up any minute now. Let's see. There we go. Do you see it now?
Got
Yep.
it.
Yes, this was also on Saturday, and we were taking the pictures here in front of the museum. And this was another shot that I was doing. I was on the floor, she was posing, and we had these really old buildings behind her. And far away, it was a little bit more modern building. it was the first skyscraper here in Mexico City. And well, I like the shot, and also I like the way that the lens behave here, because I believe the bokeh, the aperture at 1.4, it was a really nice touch for the shot. And here it's color. You can see color.
Yeah.
Great color.
This shot at the end, it was like 35 megapixels, because cropping to 20 megapixels from both cameras was the result.
Huh. I like the way she's placed in front of the window. Her waist actually, I think, is at the window, but then she's, maybe sort of leaning in or something. It's a great effect.
Yes, actually, with the full resolution picture, you can see a lot of detail, but here you lose a little bit of detail. But with the 20 megapixels camera, the file, it's really sharp.
Yeah.
It's very sharp,
Really,
but it does look like she's completely through the window.
Yeah.
Not a
really
problem.
like-
Just
I really like the background's just a little blurry. Really works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly emphasizes the model here. Is this the same model that we saw in Envy, or is this a different model?
No, this is another girl.
Wow.
And the first one was like a crown, like a metallic crown. Well, it was plastic, but simulating a metal. And this is like a crown made of corn leaves.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit different.
I see. Yeah, very nice. Well done. Thank you. Thank you, Roberto.
Thank you.
Phyllis, I know that you have a hard stop at 8 o'clock, so I have two of yours in a row.
Okay,
I'm
let's
going to
do
kind of
it.
put you on the spot here. The first title is Mirror Box in the Park. And the streams will eventually catch up.
Can anybody figure what this is?
Let's see. Well, you've got the top and bottom mirrored. So, looking at some sort of silver object sitting on a patio.
It's actually a kind of a stainless steel, really shiny mirror sculpture in the middle of a forest, and it's it was just amazing. On the right-hand side, when you look at it from that part, standing in front of it, it dips down, and I took some interesting pictures there too. But I thought this one was probably the most interesting, and separating it so that you could kind of see what kind of reality was going on here. But this is in New Orleans.
yeah, I like it. The lighting is especially nice too. You get it. It gives
Yeah,
a
it was
kind of an
beautiful.
interesting interior kind of effect.
The sky's reflected in the concave part, and I just thought
Yeah,
it was a very interesting place.
You picked a good image to reflect.
And it works this is one image that works way better in 3D than in 2D.
I can see that by just closing one eye.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes a huge difference. It's a totally different feeling. That's what makes it so wonderful to have 3D.
Yes. I would say the stereo version is more based in reality, whereas the 2D version is just more abstract.
Mhm.
Phyllis, there's a message from Lee Pratt in the chat. Your flight deck tablets worked very well for us at the PSA Oregon exhibits. Wanted to make sure you got that.
Thank you. I wouldn't have seen that.
And Phyllis, so that you're not too
Last one.
rushed, let's move on to restaurant entrance.
This was again in New Orleans, and it's actually the entrance of a restaurant. I just mirrored it a couple of times and thought it had a real kind of otherworldly look to it, especially with the plant in the front and then kind of being a focus and then going back right through the middle.
It's also
The ceiling fans are fun for an image at the bottom of the frame where you wouldn't expect them.
And it's nice you've got sort of an interior and exterior space combined in this photo.
Kind of feels like you're floating. The floor is floating.
Yeah, it really does.
Kind of very space-like. Anyway, that was fun being creative. Thank you.
Thank you.
My favorite topic.
Very nice.
And with that, I am going to have to leave, but I'll try to catch it on YouTube.
Catch it on YouTube if you can. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next month.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. All right. Let's move on to one by Melinda. Tron is the title. I think we were just talking about Tron.
Yeah, this is a complete coincidence. I took this well before the movie was a thing, and the name is just taken from the sort of aesthetic of the shot. It's more abstract than anything. It's like the other one, except I wasn't shaking the camera. In this case, I have it mounted pretty steady, and I'm just taking some pictures of traffic going by. And this might have been a motorcycle. I don't recall, but probably a car, and mostly taillights.
Looks like a white hot sword.
Yeah.
In space. And there is a good amount of depth in it. Having the roadway below makes a big difference. It's very graphic.
Yeah, it's kind of fun because you just have no idea what you're going to get.
Can you manually set the exposure time on this camera?
I don't think so.
That's
for
not how
stereo,
you made this.
But I mean, maybe in the 2D version, but in stereo, I don't.
Which camera?
101. There's a self timer. No.
The W3 allows to manipulate some stuff. The Fuji.
The Fuji lets you do that?
Yes, it has. I believe it has a manual. Let me check. Here I have it.
I think the Fuji does have a manual setting.
And
Uh,
hydrogen one has manual, but only in 2D.
it has program aperture. Yes, the Fuji allows.
Andy Moodler, I think, has been working on camera apps, so it may or may not be able to do extended exposures.
That would be
That's-
awesome. I would love to do that.
He's talked about on the Photo 3D.
Is that app available for download somewhere, or is this something that he's still developing? Could it be side loaded or something?
I think he made a version. You'd have to check the Photo 3D
Okay.
archives.
Yeah, that's worth investigating.
Yeah, thanks.
Any speculation why the 2D mode on the camera would have manual settings, but the 3D mode would not? I can't think of any reason why it shouldn't. Is it just two different camera apps on the same device?
I don't know. I think Andy said there was some things he couldn't quite access. Low level. But
Yeah.
that just could be his magnet for proprietary camera.
It was probably a business decision on Hydrogen's or Red's part, not a creative decision.
Yeah.
I am checking my HTC. I am turning it on, so let me check if the HTC allows manual
All right.
control.
Well, thank you, Melinda. We'll get back to Roberto and his investigation. Until then, let's move on to one by Oleg. Lone Pickup Truck in a Ventura Parking Garage is the title.
Again, this is not is this a straight photograph? I just thought this a strange composition. Liked it. Anything goes, right?
Yeah, anything goes. Totally qualifies, yes.
Very cubist. Yeah, I like it. Right, the lower left corner, meeting right at that edge. It's very nice.
A little bit of David Hockney as well.
Don't know.
Yeah, it's nice. What do you think, Oleg, about eliminating the car on the right side of the frame?
I don't see a car there.
It's coming down the ramp. It's behind the pillars.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah. But the pickup truck's very striking graphically.
Again, there's something about the scale that is strange.
It really helps
Yeah.
having those parking lines receding.
There's some retouching going on with the pillars on the left, the shadows at the base. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Looks like some edits. Oleg, did you like clone out something?
I don't think so. I think this is a straight shot.
I don't think so. There's yeah, one of the parking spots. Oh no, several of them. Yeah, something to do with the base of those pillars. We've got some very different images on one side versus the other.
Huh.
Oh, I see that.
And there's also, looks like some kind of a bit of the sky leaking through a couple of spots above the truck in one side, but not the other. You see those blue little starbursts?
Huh.
Oh, in the right eye, yeah, just a little bit of.
There's something, yeah.
That could just be reflection. Not sure what would be reflecting.
Yeah, I wonder, are those shadows, or are those some kind of artifacts that I'm looking at in those columns?
No, that's the way they looked.
Huh. Well, maybe there's just a shadow in one eye. Well, it's a very striking composition,
Yep.
regardless. Very nice, Oleg. And yes, anything goes. Thanks, Oleg.
Thank you.
Bob, you're coming up next. We have underground parking in this case. Underground parking being
The
the
sense of
title.
theme here.
Yes.
Also pairs well with Phyllis's last one there too.
Right. More mirroring.
Mm-hmm. This was a parking garage at a winery in Tuscany. Just last month, I just love the surrealness of it. So I put in my favorite Tikiriko girl with the hoop.
Yeah, this one's very, very successful.
There's a Japanese cartoon from the 70s where there's a chase through a world of a nightmare of surrealist art, and the girl with the hoop keeps running through.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, he's one of my favorite artists. I just love his work. But the place was trippy even without the mirroring.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's quite a parking structure.
Yeah.
What's your separation here? Is this a cha-cha?
Yeah. Yeah. I had about 3 or 4 to choose from, so I'm not quite sure on this one. Those are quite large columns there.
Well, it's a good subject to reflect. It really adds a lot to it.
Get an infinity effect out of that spiral staircase.
Yeah, no, I love all the lines and the patterns.
Most mirror effects that I see are very symmetrical. I think one reason this works for me is because it isn't so symmetrical.
No, I did a couple of passes to get the joint exactly right, and I didn't have to do a lot of cloning.
Very effective.
Thanks.
Thanks, Bob. Roberto, here's one of the cars I think you mentioned. Oldie is the title.
Yes, this is a Ferrari 275 GT. It's a really old car. It's like, I believe this one is 1962. Really expensive also, $2 million. So really nice car, really in a really good shape. Also, well, to be here in Mexico, it's a fortune to have one of these.
Huh.
And also, it's a fortune to being available to photo these kind of cars here in Mexico.
Look at that leather.
Pardon?
I was just admiring the condition of the leather.
Yes.
It's original.
Roberto, was this a car show? Was this a separate event?
Yes, this was in front, literally in front of the other museum. An owner of this car, the museum asked this guy to show his cars. I told you that he has like 120 cars, and he enjoyed exposing his collection. So this is one of them. This is a really, well, you will see another one that it's also in a really good shape. Well, all of his cars are in a really good shape, but some more modern. These ones are more classic, and in a really, I wanted to share with you more of these photos, but it was going to be too much.
Next month, you can
show
them to us later.
Yes, I love the details of the car here in 3D.
Look, I just jump right in.
I shoot a lot of car shows. I don't know much about cars. I know what I like. But they're great events for photography because people are interacting together and they're sort of distracted. You can capture some kind of intimate moments, and people are generally paying more attention to the cars.
Yes, actually, here the guy that owns these cars are he rents a movie equipment like cameras, rigs, and everything, this kind of stuff. And he told me that he also have a photo booth, a setup for this kind of cars. So he told me he was going to allow me to take photos in that space, because here it was too tight. So every shot, it wasn't like as I was intended, like I tried, but it was not fair for the cars.
For me,
Did you run this through Stereo Photomaker?
Yes.
So I'm getting on the loom pad. I think you'd get pulled over for a window violation here. Maybe it's just my loom pad, but
the whole car is in front of the window.
Yeah.
But that makes me just want to jump in.
Yeah.
Roberto, other than your HTC, do you have a narrow base stereo camera?
Yes, I use the DJIs. They're really small cameras, so I put it together. As I told you, I printed two supports, one to 65 millimeters apart, and the other, it's the closest one. It's put it together. It's like 3 centimeters, 30 millimeters far away, so it's a little bit closer.
Yeah, that's
so
nice.
I could use that, or also I could use the RXOs, put it in vertical so they can be a little bit closer.
I think you've shown us those also. Well, good luck on that shoot. I can't wait to see them.
Hopefully, finger crossed that he allows me to touch his cars.
Is he the one who you showed these photos to using your ViewMaster viewer?
Yes, I show him other stuff because I didn't have any of cars. I show him like museums and art pieces, and he was really excited. He, his wife, and his son. So he told me that he was trying to contact me, so he allows me to get in touch to photograph, to document his collection.
That'll be terrific.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope that works out for you. That sounds really exciting.
Yes, a lot. Both of my passions, automotive and photograph.
Yeah. And just bring all
it could
of
be
your
a really
cameras.
It would be a really fun stuff to film and photo shoot the car, because he has newer ones like a Lamborghini Aventador and that kind of cars, and he takes them to the racing, the speedway. So he sometimes with his equipment he do film, but he loves the stuff that I did with the 3D. So he was asking me maybe we could go to the speedway and take some shots, but moving the cars.
That would be awesome. Good
So
luck.
finger crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
About a year ago, we had somebody submit these gorgeous shots from the 60s or 70s of vintage racers. Who was that?
Yeah, that was.
Oh, right.
Yes, I remember.
And I forget his name. I'll have to reach out to him.
Yes, it was an Audi, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those were scanned from film, as I recall.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll have to track that down. Now, Roberto, before we move on, the photo that you posted in the chat, this is of your HTC device.
Yes, and the photo, only you can change the ISO and the white balance. It doesn't allow to move anything else. So it's everything. Well, it has like scenes, like I don't know, a summer of mountains, but doesn't allow me to move the shutter speed or anything else. Only the ISO and the maybe if you move the ISO too low, maybe the shutter it's a little bit. You can control a little bit the shutter speed.
That's what I was going to suggest. It's very imprecise, but if you set the ISO setting to its lowest setting in a dark environment, you'll get a longer exposure. You don't have a lot of control over it, but better than nothing.
Yeah. It's like the RXOs. I don't know if you have the same problem, that the lowest speed and that it allows it's like 1/40 of that second. So it's not that. But the QX ones, it's 30 seconds. So it's that's why I could paint with light the last time.
I do wish the RXOs, the two Sonys that I use, that Roberto uses, had more extensive manual settings, more control over the shutter speed. I definitely miss that. And I wish it supported flash, but
I know a way that you can use a flash with those.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. It's a little bit complex, but I know how.
I'll follow up with you. I'm very, very curious to hear this.
Sure.
That would solve a lot of problems for me.
I don't know. It's a little bit complex, the process.
I would assume so, yeah. Well, thanks, Roberto. Let's move on. Oleg is up next. The title is Yellow Pedestrian Crossing.
This again in the stroll. I was with a tripod and waiting for those pedestrians. And they were going in the wrong direction, so I had to do a flip on the pedestrian sign at the top.
Oh. So did you flip the people to match the sign, or did you flip the sign to match the people?
I flipped the sign. People would have been too hard.
That would have been a lot of work, yeah. Well, Oleg, I hope you found the Solano Stroll to be a worthy subject for you. I know you photographed Solano Avenue before, but I think, was this your first stroll?
No, I was there once before.
Okay.
but it's an interesting street because all of the shops are different.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of them are old houses that have been built out to storefronts. I keep meaning to do a study of them sometime.
Yeah, there's a lot to explore in this one.
This one's essentially about yellow and blues as far as colors concerned.
Mm.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Oleg.
Thank you.
And Bob, I didn't have a chance to set up the original of this, but the title here coming up on the stream is Viewmaster Piece. Speaking of Viewmasters.
This is originally a box of Viewmaster viewers in a plastic bin at one of 3D cons, and I ran it through some filters.
That's really effective.
Thanks.
Was this a Photoshop filter?
This actually was one of the first filters, one of those apps for the iPhone that had kind of a cubist filter to it that I really liked. I had to do a lot of cutting and pasting, and I decided to leave the natural anomalies in several of the viewers there. But yeah, no, it was a bit of touch up, but I thought it was worth it. And I have a full color version that I also like, but I thought this was more in keeping with kind of the cubist minimalist feel of it.
And I like the restrained color palette also. That red is so associated with Viewmaster. It really ties it together for me.
It also just perfectly fits in full screen mode. 1920 by 1080 fills the screen really well. I just kind of wish there was more depth to the subject itself, because I love the filters and the color palette and your false frames and everything.
Yeah, depth doesn't bother me, but you're welcome to go in there and cut and paste it and give it more depth if you like. I could have that lower viewer come popping out a bit more.
And Bob, are you able to identify all of the models of Viewmaster represented here?
Not
some
really.
Real antiques.
If I could see the original that I sent you, that might have more information on it. And I did like the full color version as well in terms of that, but it's a different animal.
Yeah. For me, at least, these are recognizably Viewmaster.
Right.
Yes, it's very nice.
Thanks. Yeah, it just reminded me of Duchamp and some of the artists' compositions.
I'm always amazed that filters work in stereo, that they're accurate enough or close enough on a stereo pair.
Yeah, that's always a problem. This, again, it was pretty close. I didn't have to do a lot of work on it, but
yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
Maybe now with AI, it could be get a little bit, I don't know, another theme for the composition.
Eventually, but they'll have to actually understand the 3D perspective.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep.
I haven't come across any AI tools that are specific to stereo. I wonder if anyone is developing anything for us.
There's a Facebook group
Oh,
of conversions in AI. One gentleman, William Turner, has some excellent work that he's done, but I think he does a lot by hand. I mean, I have such mixed feelings about AI, but
Well, it's one thing to do automatic conversions, another to treat a stereo pair, and you'd think that a decent program would be able to figure out from two different perspectives what the geometry was.
no, there's some very realistic models out there from AI they're doing, but I like it when people use older models like their hands and cutting and pasting.
My favorite detail here is the reflection on the viewer at the upper left.
Yeah, I like that too. Thank you.
That's the only one I recognize.
That's the kind I had.
all right. Thanks, Bob.
Sure.
Incidentally, speaking of Viewmasters again, the Internet Archive donated hundreds of water-damaged Viewmaster reels to us. I've got them in a box. I don't know what to do with them. If anyone wants to adopt them, just let me know. They're a little musty.
A paper mache project.
Yeah. The chips are still intact, so it's an option. Anyway, moving on. Roberto, this is Reflections.
Yes. Here, this is another Ferrari. This is a 250 GT 1960. And this is a really nice also. As you can see, the paint, I believe it's restored, but it was a really good one. And all the details of the car, it's amazing. So I wanted to take this close up because if I take it far away, all the reflection doesn't appreciate the details of the smoothness of the car, how it is going. It's preserved.
I think there's a bit of a vertical misalignment here. May I realign this, Roberto?
Sure.
Give this a try.
We make it.
Let's see what happens. I'm going to do it to each one.
Yeah, the right eye is a little high.
And let me hit the Anaglyph version here. Okay, that should improve things
that's a little,
slightly, yeah.
Yeah, it's still way out in front, but yeah, that's better alignment.
Yes, I suggest pulling the stereo window forward.
But again, I kind of like these being in my face because that's that kind of car.
Yeah, but I think it still looks fine with just pushing it back a bit.
Now, is this the Ferris Bueller Ferrari or is that a different model?
No, this is a different one. The other one is close on the left, and the other is like more. It looks like a Jaguar.
Okay.
And this is like more classic one. It doesn't look like a Ferrari.
In the side-by-side views, there's something in the left image. Big gray
Oh,
square.
on the Zoom call, yeah, you've got a window open on top of the chip.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry about that. Let me fix this. Yeah, things tend to blow up when I auto-align things. So let me get back to where we were here. Just give me a minute. Well, that might be as good as we're going to get tonight. Fortunately, that's the end of the slideshow. Let me...
I can't, Roberto, I can't wait to see your studio shots of these cars because I'm just swimming in this candy apple here.
Well, hopefully I will be allowed to touch those
Yeah.
pieces of art, but and you will be the first one to
Yeah.
see the results.
There we go. All right. Thanks. I apologize for that glitch. And thank you, Roberto. Yeah, I can't wait.
No, thank you.
I hope this project is a success. Okay. All right. All right. Bear with me here. Things are kind of blowing up a little bit. All right. Well, let's see if I can get us to the poll. Yeah, sorry. I think that auto-align was probably a bad idea.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I've blown something up here. All right, I think I'm just going to have to shut down the